and he's just like laughing, just laughing. I was like, mate, do you really, like, in this crisis, do you really, can you not just like, you know, just file off the wee bit of blue? Like, you know, like people pay good money for that blue mold. Mic test. Should we do that? The clap sync, because that was so handy last time.
Oh, did it? Okay, perfect. Yeah, we good.
The Ramen Pro skills coming in. I was like, my God, I did it like afterwards, like, because I was just like, oh, we're clapping, and then I was like, oh, that's what we were doing this for. We're just clapping. Because I was like,
esports clapping. That's
yeah,
what it is.
esports clapping. Oh.
All right, we can clap. All right, here we go. Again.
Cool. Okay.
Cool.
Great. We've started.
Yes, welcome back.
So, what time is it with you? Because like we've moved an hour back, so we're getting up an hour earlier in the mornings now, which is lovely.
9:32 for me.
It's 9:32. Okay.
PM, yeah. Then it's 2 for you. 2 o'clock. 2:32.
Oh, you thought so? I was worried this was going to be later than you thought, but it's actually earlier than you had imagined.
Actually works better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Works better.
Yeah.
So it's 2 o'clock for you.
It is. Yeah. It's 2:33 right now.
2:33. Yeah. Yep. Perfect. All right.
So you got a wee.
Nice.
Is that a wee sound bar there on your table?
This?
The speaker. That wooden speaker's there.
Oh, yeah, speaker. Yeah. We sound bar.
We sound bar. Oh, yeah.
Speaker. It's a Bluetooth speaker. Ever since I moved everything here, the quarantine, this is like my little off-stream music, whatever.
Perfect.
It's pretty neat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, how have you been, man? It's been a while. It's been a couple of weeks.
I know. Jesus, hasn't it? Yeah, I've been good. Really busy. And in part of that is, and you've went through it as well, you know, just with like helping your parents and stuff, and moving into your workspace. I've moved from my workspace to home. You can see I've got a piano behind me now as well.
I noticed that. First thing I noticed when you got on the video call.
Yeah. So I've got all my stuff, and I've got got my proper mixing headphones. I've got a pair of these are pretty nice. Like they have like a flat response on them, so if something doesn't sound good, the idea is they should immediately tell you. They're
I see.
DT990 Pros. Let me try and hold that.
How much does something like that go for?
These only cost that looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, that looks really good.
They're real good. They were 100 quid. 100 pounds. So
not too bad.
You know, I don't know, but I would say maybe like, what's that, like $140 or something like that?
Yeah, somewhere there. Under 200 at least.
And like I asked a lot of people, and I asked some friends who are mixing engineers and mastering engineers, and a lot of them came back with either they're the 990s, but you can get DT 770 Pros, 880 Pros. And they kept mentioning these, so I was like, I couldn't believe they were 100 quid, and considering how many people recommended them, like, so I just went for it. I had to get them because what do you see? Right, so these are a pair of Audio Technica ATH M50s.
Okay.
And look how haggard these things are.
So for those of you on audio only, Deep's showing us his inventory of headphones.
I'm sure. I mean, you can see like on the top of that, you can see like actual parts of it are like
like it's wearing off.
I've had them since 2000 and maybe 2006. Wow.
Okay, so it's been almost 15 years since you got a headset. Holy crap, dude!
That's why they're so decayed. But they finally, I haven't used them in a while, and they finally started. I think there's something wrong. I think I could probably get them fixed, but I was like, I don't have the resources or the time to get it fixed them, because I couldn't bring, like, moving all my work stuff into this bedroom setup. Like, it's not a big room. It's perfect for, just this amount. But like, I couldn't have moved like studio speakers in here or anything because there's no
right.
there's no room for it at all. So
So
I
you have
had to
no
have something to work with,
gotcha.
And the
Cool.
the
So
old
your
headphones
current
are like
setup, no monitors, yeah, just
pretty much,
headphones.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like, so
I see.
the speakers are still at work, so I'll just be mixing through these guys for the foreseeable future, I guess. So, but
How's it
it'll
feel?
be fine. I actually haven't really tested them yet on anything, like,
But
but
like, how's it feel like moving all your work stuff
oh,
home?
just being here,
Yeah.
it's not too bad, really. Like, I'm still adjusting to it because, I'm doing like my music and sound work in the day, but I'm also trying to allocate a bit of time to, move because I have even less reason to go. I don't have any like required moving. I don't know what it's like in Manila, like, but over in Belfast, we're allowed to go out at the minute for one like exercise activity a day.
Okay.
And that's it. I don't know how they're supposed to like, monitor that. Like,
Yeah. Hey, that was your second one. I
yeah,
saw
yeah,
you.
yeah. So you're on your second walk, I know. That mud on your shoes from the 233 walk earlier.
233 walk.
Get a
Here
wee
in
bit of
Manila,
it, send it to forensics. Yeah, he was walking
wait,
earlier. Yeah.
are you guys on lockdown? Like, so you guys are in
Yeah,
complete lockdown right now?
yeah, we
Yeah.
are. And they've said today they're enforcing it. So
Mhm.
I think people are going to be handed fines potentially of up to £5,000. They said, and
Wow. Okay.
potential jail time as well if you are
Hmm.
breaking
I see. You've
lockdown
done
without
two
a valid
workouts.
reason. Yeah,
Two workouts. Go to jail.
yeah. Yeah,
So
it's
this is your
not worth it.
first day of lockdown for you guys?
No,
No.
it's been so they're kind of evolving the restrictions on it as people
Yeah.
be able to take it seriously. But
Yeah.
I've been on lockdown with Karen. She's working from the living room, from the dining room table now, which she loves. She's like, I don't have to go into work. I don't have to see anybody. And like, then my life is, I don't see anybody anyway. So, it's just another
Yeah.
day on my own.
Likewise.
Yeah, you know how it is. But what was I saying? Yeah, so like we've been, I guess this last week we've been on lockdown. She on Monday, her work basically said stay at home. We're gonna figure out what's going on, and then she's
That's
been
good.
here, and I just took that as a sign to get all my stuff and get here, and just before it got more difficult to move around, and it already has got more difficult to move around. You can go out, like, but if you don't have a good reason, you risk,
Yeah. Same here. It's 15 days here.
15
Days
days
day.
already.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And we have the whole you need a quarantine pass to it's like a little paper, a little form where per household you have one quarantine pass, and whoever's name is on it is the person designated to leave the house for like groceries. Same like necessary trips.
Right.
Same here, lockdown. You're gonna get whatever penalized for just loitering, whatever.
Yeah.
It's been 15 days, and it's been interesting.
Interesting.
It's been interesting, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna get to the point you're gonna be like self-isolating the like strands of like peas on your plate and stuff, and just losing your mind. 15 days. I feel okay a weekend, like, but that's because I've had so much to be doing at the minute, just with this and all that. But like, like people who need to get out and stuff, like, and like, I mean, everyone should need to get out, like, so. But the people who are out on the move all the time must be like extremely difficult.
Yep.
But
especially those with like those with day jobs that require like really having to show up in the office. People who can't really work from home, kind of thing. Yeah, I always thought about those guys. Like, must be tough, man.
Yeah, I mean,
But, like,
it's that community sense, that they get, whether they are going into like, enjoy working with the people, or talk about them. But the other people, it's like that's all just been taken away. Like so, it's
Yeah.
weird. Like, but it's
I'm not-
sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish your thoughts.
Well, I was just thinking, like I mean, people like over here, we've been given 3 weeks. They said lockdown for 3 weeks, and
Okay.
it's really obviously every government's trying to like slow it, just like lessen the burden on the doctors and nurses because
Yeah.
they're already like seeing spikes and they're having a hard time because they're dealing with that, and then they're just dealing with an already stressed healthcare system. So like it's not like they forget about every other sick person and just deal with coronavirus.
Yeah.
It's like it's difficult. But so we're
Yeah.
on 3 week lockdown. But I don't think it's going to be 3 weeks. I'm just waiting to hear if they're going to extend it. I guess they just have to do it sort of day by day, just reassess the play and see, if they're flattening the curve. Isn't that the term? Flatten the curve.
Yeah, that's the term nowadays. Flatten the curve.
So
Yeah, same here. We're until mid-April, but I feel like it's gonna be a big extension, man.
yeah,
Months.
I think so. Like, I mean, I remember when I first heard about this and I was looking, I don't know what, I was listening or reading something that was talking about developing, like how long it takes to typically develop a vaccine from like having like a working version of it to it being like allowing like, it to be given to everybody, was it inoculate people, like, go global with that because they have to, it's something like 12 to 14 months from the first creation of a working version of it. So they have to use that. And like, so like we're not going to have anything to stop this for another year, like at least. And then, and once they're like, yeah, okay, they have to then produce it. So that's going to be more than a year. Like, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we're going to be in lockdown for a year, like, but I do think.
Yeah, but I get you what you mean. It's like, if ever the lockdown, does go away, what's next? Like, well, we just risk it kind of thing. Yeah, it's scary.
And they talk about a second wave, that like, once people, because people are like, this is the thing. It's like, people not taking it seriously right now. Those are going to be the people who, when they do take it seriously, there's going to be a breaking point and people will be like, I cannot stay indoors anymore. I don't care. And people will start going out again. And it'll have a chance to have a second wave. Like there will, like a lot of people seem pretty confident that there would be a second wave. I don't know. Like I just waiting, on whatever the World Health Organization says, but like it is possible, I guess. But I mean, I don't know. How long do you feasibly think you could stay in this setup, like without going crazy, or do you think you could handle it?
Well, in this whole setup, so like you already know this, but for those of you who are just tuning the podcast, I don't live where I stream. I think I've mentioned this before on the previous podcast episode, but there's a studio and it's like my little office kind of thing. And I moved my life here. I moved everything here. I now cook here. I sleep here. Everything. This became out of nowhere my little bedroom, kitchen, whatever, out of nowhere. And I'm actually preparing for long term. Like I know like here in the Philippines, our lockdowns until like mid-April. Excuse me. I'm expecting it to be like extended till I don't know when, but I am preparing for the worst, in a way that trying to like acclimate, I guess, with this environment. Like I'm preparing this mindset wise and everything. Like, all right, it's gonna be a long term thing. Hopefully not, but gotta prepare for worst case. But it's very interesting, man. Like, I had to like the kitchen here. The kitchen here wasn't like it was working, but it was all. I think I've mentioned this before as well. I think to you, I'm not sure if I mentioned this on the podcast before, but this is this room. It's a small room, so it's about 12 square meters. And outside is a living room, but it's currently a storage area for my family.
Right.
All of because we used to all live under one house, and then when we all grew up, we all moved out, and then all the old stuff they used this as a storage. Anyways, even the kitchen had like stuff all over. So the first week was just just turning it into a usable area, cleaning
Yeah.
up the kitchen, just little things like mopping everything, wiping everything off, trying to make everything work. But yeah, this like I would say this is like the first week where like 15 days into the quarantine, like by day 13 or 14, I was pretty settled in. Like just a couple of days ago,
Yeah.
finally like all the kitchen's all clean, ready to cook. So I've been cooking my meals now and all that here properly. It's been interesting, man.
That's good though.
It's been
Like it's good that you're
interesting.
settled in and
Yeah.
and you're cooking as well, and it's not just like you have a base, and like it's important, like you're saying, the kitchen worked, but like it wasn't, for purpose how you
Yeah.
would want it to be. It's like
Uh-huh.
that's one of those things. It's like a kitchen needs to be like functional, but like almost like inspirational to a certain extent. Sort of, you
Yeah.
go in there and you
Welcoming.
have
Yeah.
you've got like the flow,
Yeah.
and so
Exactly.
it's easy to come up with whatever idea you want to have to cook, like so, and then
Yeah.
that
The
that
only issue
helps
right
with
now is
the sanity as well, like
yeah,
so.
100%. Like lately, like when of course, like we're all in this isolation kind of thing, and it all gets to us mentally every now and then. So what helps me is like a really good meal,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just something really good, man. But man, it's interesting though, because like how's grocery shopping for you guys out there?
Oh, dude. So we did like a really big shop just before they announced all the restrictions. Just whenever like we were watching it happening in Wuhan and like them popping up in Italy and stuff, and I was like, we should probably just like stock up. And Karen was like on it. She went and she got like a massive shop, and that lasted. Well, I mean, it still has lasted, but I was like, I'm not like we're gonna need more stuff. Like if this goes into like even more strict lockdown, I'm worried that they would maybe restrict like shopping or whatever, or like like
Yeah, you'll
essential
never know.
goods.
Yeah.
I guess they can't really do that because we need that stuff, but like you never know. Like it might, like if enough people
Mhm.
aren't taking it seriously, they might have to do some drastic stuff. So I was like,
Mhm.
not gonna risk it. I went to our local supermarket, like a 24-hour one, like a big mega size supermarket. And
Mhm.
there was like a queue outside. It took me like 25 minutes to get in, and there was like a 2 meter distance between every trolley
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
in. And I think they had something like 100-person limit on this supermarket. And like this supermarket
Okay.
can hold probably upwards of like 600-700 people,
Yeah.
more, like way more than that. Like I'm just
Yeah.
spitballing. And I went in and like they had like a wash down for your trolley, and they
Mhm.
had gloves. I'd already brought like a pair of like disposable, you know, uh, rubber
Mhm.
gloves, and yeah, like it was weird. Like people, like I could see people like kind of staying, like if there was like an aura like that pushed people away from each other, like they didn't want to get too close. They were like
Yeah.
afraid of each other. And I was like, well, that's fine to like, you be cautious, like, but like it genuinely, it was almost like it looked like disgust. It kind of looked a wee bit like disgust in some cases. And then like, so I was queuing, waiting to get in, and then all of a sudden, all I heard was like these women like cursing. I'm not gonna say what they were saying, but it was pretty bad. And I like turned around, I was like, what's going on? This old guy, ignored the entire queue, was just walking through the supermarket, just like, he had what we call a saunter, a real kind of like, stride, and he was
Yeah.
walking right up to the customer service desk, and in his hand was a block of cheese. And I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And he was like, it's got a bit of blue mold on it. And he's just like laughing, just laughing. I was like, mate, do you really like in this crisis? Do you really? Can you not just like just file off the
Scrape it
wee bit
off.
of blue? Like like people pay good money for that blue mold. So like,
Uh,
and he was like, they were cursing at him, and he was just laughing. I was like, you're literally like, there was a tweet I saw someone put out, and it was like it was that whole meme of the guy sitting at the table, and then it's like, question,
yeah.
prove me wrong or convince me
Mm-hmm.
otherwise, and it was like
Change my mind. Yeah.
yeah, it changed my mind. And it was like people who people who go out and don't take the coronavirus lockdown seriously are the people who will hide their zombie bites in a zombie
Yeah, I
outbreak.
saw that. Yeah.
I was like, that's so true. These are those
Speaking
people.
of,
Like,
dude, we had a huge issue about that here in the Philippines because not to get too political, but one of our senators basically ignored like he knew he was positive, but
oh
of course he was
no.
denying it. So he was positive, but he went to like a local supermarket and then he brought his wife to the hospital. So
Oh
they had to
man.
like quarantine for 2 weeks. All the doctors that were involved with them,
No.
and like so it was so huge, and it was so funny because like of all people, our senator
I know.
was the one, like the lawmakers are the ones. It was such a like there
Oh.
were 100% so much memes, and that same meme was the one where they're like, I don't want that senator in my like zombie party because
Yeah, no way.
he's gonna hide it, dude.
He is gonna hide it. Like,
Yeah.
he will hide
There's a
it until he
huge
is
issue,
gray and like drooling at the mouth. Like,
yeah.
oh
It
man,
was it was
those people are more
interesting.
dangerous than the virus.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly, man.
But yeah, so like
It,
he walked on through, he was laughing. I was just like, but like apart from him, oh, there was another thing as well on the way back because the supermarket didn't have any beer. It had like
mm,
1 6-pack of this like Czech beer, which I just took instantly because I was like, I need a lovely frosty beer. And
yeah.
driving home, there's like a smaller supermarket connected to a petrol station, so I dropped in there, and they sell beer as well. So I was grabbing some for me, my sister, and my dad. And apparently there was not at whenever I was there, but a friend of mine who went there said somebody who wouldn't listen to the supervisors about the 2 meter thing turned around and spat on the ATM, like spat all over it. Like they were like kicking up a fuss, and then they like turned around and just spat on the like all over the ATM and walked
Mhm.
away. It's like at this point,
What?
that's the equivalent of like trying to spread the disease. Like, so
Yeah, that's weird.
that's illegal. Like, I mean, that
Yeah.
person is going to probably get prosecuted for that. But it's like, why are you so
It's like,
enraged? You think, oh, I'll just
yeah.
spit on this all over this ATM. Like, it's just like, where how are these people? Have these people always been here? Like I don't
That's
understand
yeah.
how they exist.
That's the closest thing.
It's
That's the
weird.
closest thing to attempted murder.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, surely, yeah, this is like some kind of like, this is like, you're trying to spread a deadly disease, like right now.
Yeah, you're trying
So,
to kill someone.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
wild.
goodness.
And that was all like within like the last couple of days. Like, so you count this as week 1 in Northern
Yeah.
Ireland. It's going to get weird. Like, it's going to get weird.
Mhm.
I think a lot of people are, they'll either just kind of like put up and shut up, and realize, okay, this is not going anywhere. I need to reevaluate, or they're just gonna get arrested flat out.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't know.
How's your like your mental game right now with work at home? Like you good with that? Yeah. Like, compared to what it was like in the studio.
I think I am. I think, yeah, it's been up and down, but I think I am okay with it at the minute because I've got like, I mean, I'm not going to say some of the things, like that I was telling you about, like the thing and the thing, and
Mhm. Yeah,
I'm like
the thing.
the thing and the thing, working on things, and
Yes.
so like that has kept me pretty occupied setting up
Mhm.
that, and then just my main work as well. Although, with all that stuff as well, like like some of the developers and stuff that we've been working with have just disappeared. Like I assume we'll eventually be working with them again, but it's just like, it's like a paycheck kind of going, just dipping and disappearing,
Yeah.
which just, a paycheck can be the difference of like, 2 to 3 months wages, so
Yeah.
like, and so like all that stuff's been like difficult, but like, I mean, that at the same time, that has sort of encouraged me more to push these side hustles that I've been trying to like get up off the ground for a while, and it's
Mhm.
kind of like it's pushing everything into overdrive for me. I'm just really wanting to like make those things
Yep.
happen as quickly as possible, as best as I can. It's not like they're all going to happen overnight, like, but I mean, and I think as well, actually, there's a lot of people saying these days, where there's a lot of stuff being put into action, either by people at home who are doing stuff that they would never have done because they didn't have the time before, or by workplaces now letting lots of their employees, work remotely. Whereas maybe before this, they were like, actually, no, it's quite a difficult thing to set up, and I don't know if we want to do it. And then as soon as the crisis hits, it's set up. You know what I mean? Like Karen's university she works at, like there was stuff about like a VPN remote work and stuff, and it was also like awkwardly set up, and like they had to go through like a multiple portals to like get it like to her PC at home. And then whenever all this hit, they were like, this is too slow, and then they just had a quicker solution. And I was like, well, why couldn't have this been available before a crisis happened? So like I feel like a lot of people are like putting ideas into action, or just getting stuff that they would have done, and that's why that's definitely where I feel like at the minute. So I feel good about it. I feel like I'm doing what I can to get through these ideas, and just that's definitely helped me keep focused. Like the mental game is on point, thanks to all those wee ideas that are keeping me awake before I go to sleep.
Yeah, that's good.
What about you? In terms of, I mean, you're always balancing. Like as soon as you're off, your social media game is bouncing anyway. If you're, I don't know if you've been doing much of the TikTok stuff, but I know you've been heavy on like Instagram and like all that stuff. Like so,
it's still pretty heavy on both. I everything I post on Instagram, I go on TikTok as well. TikTok's been slowly growing as well. I'm about to hit 500 followers, which is great.
Nice.
It's a steady thing. It's just going. It's passive followers going in. But yeah, I mean, as most streamers say, business as usual. But I think for me, it's just a big adjustment of outside of the stream, of course. I mean, like simple things like before the weekend for me used to be a really, really good reset where I stay away from the computer, like stay away from this room, really. I don't even enter this room when it's the weekends, usually I take a walk outside, whatever. If Mommy Style or Alex, the girlfriend's around, we go out. And actually, speaking of Alex, she was supposed to come home mid-April, somewhere there like Aprilish. Now all flights are canceled indefinitely, so she's in Spain indefinitely for a bit.
That's scary.
So on my end, my weekends, which are supposed to be resets, are now like I'm sitting in this room thinking like, should I just stream? I'm here already anyway. Like, what do I do? What's the reset? I can't step outside. I can't really go outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the past couple of weekends, actually, I've been streaming on the weekends. Today was an exception. I just wanted to really have a mental break, so I just slept all day and then I ate some food. Just like relaxed, just a pure reset of a day. And it's actually nice that we did the podcast tonight, because like I felt like I needed to do something nonetheless. But
you need to break it up, don't you? It's the you do need that reset, especially. I mean, God, I haven't streamed in a long time, but I do remember like I would avoid this room after streams for the rest of the night or whatever, just to be away from, almost try to forget that I had streamed, just like so it's not sitting in the back of my mind, kind of bouncing around there.
Yep.
As much as I loved it all, and I know you love it as well, like it's like you do need to uninstall all of it for a while and just
that's be a super huge like reset. And I think what sparks me as well lately, what kind of inspires me or motivates me to stream more lately, or like not really stream more, but stream better or something, is I feel like now is the perfect time for everyone, for artists, streamers, everything, to like just be there for people, like
100%.
like I shit you not, the last couple of days on stream, ever since like the world went on quarantine, or the world started getting this whole coronavirus thing, like if you guys are viewers of my stream, you guys might say I'm bullshitting. I'm not. Like there has been way more compassion lately from everyone compared to what it was before. Yeah, like I noticed a lot of people are a lot more like they're just happy to be around each other. Myself included. I love being on stream, and lately more because of just having company around, and like a lot people are a lot more chill lately. I mean, people already chilled before, but now it's even more like people are a lot more warm, which
Yeah.
is nice to see, because everyone needs it.
Yeah.
And I think it's the perfect time for everyone to kind of just be there. And as a streamer, especially, um, I feel like a lot of people need a friend kind of thing to be around, and I feel like okay, I could do that, but also that's why I need my resets because I don't want to do these feeling like a piece of
Yeah.
crap and make you all feel like a piece of crap. But yeah, that's kind of like where my brain's at right now. It's like it kind of motivates me lately. It's like I wanna make someone's day
Yeah.
throughout these
And
tough
it
times
helps
kind
with
of thing.
your own mental state as well. I mean, like when all you're seeing is, like your chat that is all, you know, directed towards you, whether they're speaking to you or to each other. It's a feed like for 6 7 hours. It's your only line of communication, or maybe
Yep.
Discord with another streamer or whatever. And like
Mhm.
when you're watching it all, it's good when it's good chat. It's good community. It's
Yeah.
you're like and the fact that people are being, as you're saying, a bit more
Yeah.
even warmer, a bit more compassionate is
Yeah.
good. I think people are just realizing because of all the lockdown,
Yeah.
it is definitely affecting people. And so, like, it's easy to go to a negative place, having been stuck in for longer than you would like to be, not being able to
Mhm.
get out and get exercise, or maybe you're not feeling well, or someone you love isn't feeling good
Mhm.
from this or whatever. So people are kind of maybe a wee bit more aware of that and just kind of
Yeah.
being a bit mindful, which is good. It's great. Like,
Mhm.
not everyone's being like that, but like, if your chat's definitely good bunch. Like, it's a
Yeah.
Tarkov community, man. They're just mostly 99% just like nice
Yeah.
guys and
Super
girls. Like,
wholesome. Yeah.
but
Mhm. And it's like it's I think one thing as well that like we all take for granted, and now that we learn is like just physical company, right? I mean,
yeah,
I know most of us have been alone, like being the whole introvert gamer stereotype kind of thing.
hmm,
But like for me, it's a simple thing of like I have like for me, I'm quarantined alone, so I haven't seen my siblings in a while. I haven't seen my parents in a bit, kind of thing. It's those
yeah,
little things, every now and then you want to see your siblings, but you can't, and you
yeah,
don't know until when until when it's gonna be. Same with like if you're not quarantined with your significant other kind of thing, and it's the little things, or even just like stranger interaction. Taking a walk outside and like just being in the same place with other people. It's like the whole no
hmm,
man is an island thing. This is
yeah,
when it comes into play. Like, damn, dude, like
yeah,
such a huge part of life is just even if you're technically alone, just having that thought that you can just step outside and see people and like strangers. You don't even have to talk to them. Just being in the same areas, like, oh, I don't feel so alone. But this is when it feels like it's like the world is against you. Like
yeah.
it could feel like that at times. Yeah.
When it gets something that is like no longer accessible to you,
Mm-hmm.
like you instinctively want that, like you want it more.
Yeah.
you know
Yep.
it's like
Like I'm thinking, I always think every now and then the past couple days of whenever this whole coronavirus ends, like the day it ends, I wonder what it's gonna be like.
it's
Like I
gonna
feel like
be
people
that's
will
gonna
be
be the second
more.
wave. Right
It's gonna be
there,
second wave.
everyone's gonna go out and everyone's gonna start
Uh,
coughing, and that's the second
yeah,
wave, and it's gonna be a
but
nightmare.
yeah. Like I wonder if how it's gonna change the world in general. This because it's
Yeah,
crazy. This is like a world pandemic, man. It's like it's literally affecting every single person in the world.
yeah,
And like you think what it'll be like, and when it all ends, will people be a
it'll
lot more
it'll be
more of a
interesting to
community
see
now in the
how
world?
like
Yeah.
governments and like employers, big employers, just employers in general, I guess, like, but certainly people who are having people, like at the minute now working remotely. It'll be interesting to see how that changes. Will they just forget what has happened, or will they look at how work has been for them? I guess they will.
Wow.
They'll assess it and go, well, actually, just
That
drop
was
the
a drum beat.
phone.
I heard
Don't worry about it. um, uh, they'll look at all this stuff and be like, well, did this make a difference? If it didn't make a difference, then where's the point in saying no to people who want to work remotely? Like, I mean, if they're going to be able to do the same stuff, and then other things like, I mean, I really hope for the sake of like just people in general that like it can be a bit more compassionate online as well, like, if it's something that everybody's sharing. It's like, there's a lot of like sort of, tribal kind of mentality online of, rather than people looking at others as like worthy, adversaries, or like, people of a difference in opinion that they can respect, that they look at other people as threats to what they believe in. And that I feel is, it's always the most negative voices. It's always the negative minority seem to be the loudest, louder than the positive majority. So I kind of feel like that, pushing more and more of, people with that positive mentality online will hopefully saturate, a better feeling overall. And just because that is a lot of like, there's a lot of sort of negative sort of mental force that comes from just being on the internet and hearing all that content. And there's a lot of sort of spitefulness in it. Like, so, like I do think that there's going to be a change for sure. Like, I think like even us talking about this, I do think like this is even more so putting a bigger spotlight on like mental health, and like not just for yourself, but like compassionate mental health, like, looking at others and considering them, and not just being like, I'm looking out for number one.
100%. I 100% agree. Like, that's what I was thinking. Like, what I was saying earlier, how like I wonder how it's gonna be at the end of it all, like when it's all gone for real.
Yeah.
Like, will the world be more together now? Like it sounds so cheesy, but it's like I was thinking about that. Like, people will be like, I'm so happy it's done and we can all like be with each other again.
Yeah.
Hugs everywhere. I'm gonna give every stranger a hug.
You're gonna be patient zero. You're gonna start it all up again. You'll be on the news. They're like, dun, 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 for like fucking rampant hugging spree down in Manila Park. Just you running through the park.
Subs though.
Subs though.
I was gonna have like a Twitch.tv/Shaman style shirt as I do it.
Yes, that's it. Just get it on TV. Doesn't matter what crime you commit.
How long though will it be until we can actually all like physically, like be in contact with each other without being like, ugh? How long is it gonna be? Like 2021, guys? 2022?
I know. I mean, well, like, if you look at so we're in March now. Let's say we're pretty much we're in April. We'll say we're in April because we're pretty much there. You're looking at June next year before we're gonna see a potential vaccine that can go out. So you're I don't know, like, I mean, and then if they're talking about this like second wave, is it going to mutate again? Like, I really, I couldn't anticipate anything at this point. It just feels like I'm waiting on a twist. Like, maybe I've watched too many TV shows and I'm expecting a twist. Like, but there's going to be a double twist.
It's like a monster. It's like a coronavirus.
Yeah.
This is a monster.
It's got to end in an epic battle. Like, we got to get
like the Power Rangers coming out or something.
Mel Gibson back as Braveheart. Everything. All of it.
All of them are back. Rambo,
Rocky. I don't know how you can play both roles. But...
Rocky's gonna be. What's Rocky gonna do?
Get back, coronavirus.
Oh yeah, dude. Rocky would be back fighting the coronavirus. That's gonna be.
He's coming back. It's gonna be like him and the coronavirus with like boxing gloves on, and him just like side by side. Classic poster.
Who would be the perfect protagonist against the coronavirus?
That is a question that has plagued my mind for the last 7 days.
What would it be? I would think it would be Marty McFly and
I was thinking about Marty McFly and Doc Brown. Maybe they go back in time and they meet the younger version of coronavirus.
The younger version.
Oh, that's heavy.
Oh goodness.
Oh
Yeah, I
god.
think it would be them. It would be them.
I
Man.
what do you call it? I was speaking to some of my friends and they were saying they've all started getting Disney Plus subscriptions. Just because it's like I don't know, they like don't know what to do with themselves. They don't want to watch
Yeah.
like any serious shows, so they're just like going pure back into pure Disney. Just watching, like my mate was watching Fantasia last night. It's just like I just need like pure Mickey right now.
Speaking of that, what have you been like keeping yourself busy with outside of work and
Well, I'm digging that hole still. I'm probably going to dig some of it today after we finish at the back, because the weather's been kind of okay, and we had like, yeah, I mean it's sunny right now. Like we've had like rain a lot, and like this hole at the back is, it's like clay below it, so like the water goes down slowly. So I'm trying to like, it should be one of those things I 100% should be doing in light of self isolation. Like I should be getting that done. Been doing that, and then I don't know. I like honestly, I've like between work and like all these wee things, I've been setting up that website that I was showing you.
yeah.
And that is literally taken the week to do. Although it's a simple website, it's like I don't know how to do websites.
It looks so good though.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
What,
It's like super. It's a WordPress theme.
like Foursquare or something? WordPress, okay.
Yeah. So like, I mean, you know, there's like
Square.
Squarespace and Wix, but like they cost like so much money per month. Like for 1 month of Squarespace, for the business or what, I don't know, whatever package it was for 1 month. That's how much I paid for to make the entire website and host it for an entire year. So I pay like 20 quid
I see.
to get my domain and my
launching
hosting.
This?
As soon as I have more things to put on it, because you've seen it at the minute, and it's only got one test thing on it. And
can people know what it's about now, or are you gonna keep it a secret till it comes out?
Nobody knows about it. Okay. But it was an idea I had a really long time ago, and then I saw somebody else kind of did it, and I got disheartened and was like, I don't want to like just do their idea. But I was like, it's everyone can do it. You know, someone could do it. I haven't seen me do it, and that would be fine. Like, there's no point one person offering that. So I'm trying to be so cryptic about it because I don't want to mention it yet. But
people listening right now, like, I have no idea what DFrag's talking about.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
What are you talking about? What website?
Streamer. It's a not safe for work streamer website. No, I'm only joking. Yeah, all will be revealed as soon as I get my together.
Yeah. But I've seen it, guys, and I'm looking forward to DFrag launching it as well. It's gonna help a lot of people. A lot of
the ramen stamp of approval.
Yeah. It's amazing. So that'll be soon TM.
Soon TM. Actually, I made a montage video of all the commission work I did recently.
All right.
And then I remembered you did that like
the backseat.
The backseat thing. I haven't stuck it in, so now I've gotta go and fucking get that like implemented somehow. Just get that that official ramen stamp of approval.
The ramen stamp of approval.
I would have been great to get everybody that I've commissioned to just be like, look into the camera and say something, say hire DFrag. But
so for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, I made a live on stream. I was streaming a couple of days ago, and DFrag hops on. He was like, "Can you do me a quick favor and make me an ad midstream?"
Hijacked ramen stream.
Just say like you. I forgot what I said. I think it was like
it's just like a hire. Just hire DFrag.
Hire DFrag. So. Yeah, guys. If you guys listen to the podcast, you guys need stuff done. Hire DFrag, by the way.
Yeah, there you go. I'll use that one. I'll use all three. I'll just like have them constantly coming up. It'll be like the Hunt Showdown video you have where it's like, it's a fucking great game. It's a great game. It's a fucking great game. It's great.
It's a good game.
Good game. It's a good fucking game. Oh, yeah. So I'm keeping busy. I mean, you're talking about like, you know, you don't really have a way to get away from the stream. Like you don't have that reset anymore. And I guess you don't have the personal training set up anymore. But if you thought about like, I don't know, even just doing it like through a video
Yeah.
feed or something like that with your friend, or I don't
Yeah.
know. I
He
don't know
still
what your
sends
like
me
living room
routines
setup
actually.
is like, but I mean,
Yeah. So yeah, well, what I do have space here, but he sent me basically two basic full body routine workouts that last about an
nice.
hour. It's all body, it's purely body weight, which is it's super intense. Like,
Yeah.
um, so it's two of them, so I just alternate them every now and then, and it's so intense. The goal is to be for me is to be able to do the whole thing because currently I can do halfway of it.
Yeah.
It's so intense, it's so much, and so I was like, that's my goal right now. So I have been trying to still keep up, but still nothing to the intensity we used to put in together. But
Yeah.
this is what it is, though. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Is it
just have a
like
little space here.
a text workout, like, or is it a video he sent you, or
Just
are
a
you,
text workout, just like
yeah, you
bunch
just time
sets, reps, blah
yourself?
blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a bunch of push-ups, squats, and a lot of this jumping and
Hmm.
planking and everything, just different things, and it's high intensity.
Dude, I
So
need to do that.
uh,
I think this is the prime
yeah,
time for me to get in some kind of exercise routine,
hmm
especially if I'm going to be stuck indoors. Like, I'm okay. I feel like I'm okay with it, like, but like, it's like you were saying before. It's like, yeah, I probably feel okay about it because I've had the reset available to me. I can get away from it all, but at the minute, I can't really get away from it at all. It's just constant. I'm here. So maybe some
yep,
routine is the way to go. Maybe.
yeah, I get you.
Have you got
But
any
right
like
now, like,
consoles
mhm.
or TVs set up in the other room so you can kind of, or maybe you're just like, I don't want to play games as soon as you finish streaming.
Yeah. So right now, actually, that's what I'm thinking of lately. So one, I'm thinking of getting my TV in my bedroom, bring it
Hmm.
here, and then just Chromecast, whatever.
Yeah.
But what I've been doing lately, and if you guys are if part of my community, you guys know this. I've been playing games off stream after streams. It's like
Oh, I
because
didn't
usually,
realize.
yeah, after streams on a normal day, I would just I'd go home away from my computer and just just eat and sleep kind of thing.
Mm.
Now though, it's like I have dinner and then I just relax. And I'm like I'm not sleepy yet, and usually I watch YouTube videos to sleep, and I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, let me try playing some games off stream. So I've been playing like I played a couple of Counter-Strike games off stream, some COD off
Nice.
stream, and then tonight actually after this podcast, I'm gonna play some Warzone with my brother who's based in Singapore and
Awesome.
my nephew who's like 11 years old. He's on PS4,
Yes. Great.
cross platform by the way. Yeah,
Yeah.
so little things like that. So I've been thinking of like what I can fill the holes with lately.
Yeah.
Um, I've been thinking of I know there's always room to put in YouTube work, but I think that's my issue though. It's that I I'm trying to keep a healthy mental state that I don't want
Yeah.
it to be just grind like Twitch, YouTube, and just like I'm happy. I'm really satisfied where I am right now with Twitch. Like
Hmm.
of course there's always room for growth, but I'm not trying to fast forward it right now.
Hmm.
Like right now my focus is to just get through this whole coronavirus phase as a
Hmm.
streamer, and
Yeah.
it for me I really want to focus on being the best version streamer I can be to like help others as well,
Yeah.
including myself. Like I just want people to have a good time and not feel like a crappy day. I don't want to. I want to make sure that there's a place for people to hang out in. So I've been
Hmm.
thinking of things outside of the stream that helps me with a good mental state. And yeah, so I've been thinking about I don't know. Like aside from video games, I'm still thinking like
Yeah.
what I can do. This podcast helps. This podcast setup helps too. I've been
Yeah.
thinking of doing uh similar to like this podcast, like thought journals actually.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, like a
yeah.
kind of vlog setup, or
Yeah. No, even just audio only. Just
yeah,
like it's like
that would
podcast
be
setup,
great.
but it's like, just whatever. just have so much time in my day and I have this whole setup available.
Why
So
the
what
hell
else?
not?
Yeah.
I think that
I've been
would be
thinking about
cool.
like documenting it, like actual like vlogs. I was thinking of like Instagram or TikTok content, like daily, like what's going on, but I feel like it's too much work. So I've been thinking of like just thought catalog kind of thing
Yeah. Just have
where
a
I just put
stream
my
of it.
thoughts out on audio. Yeah.
Stream of
Something like that.
consciousness.
Like a yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Something like this actually. Yeah.
I think that's like, I know you're like me, like your brain just doesn't switch off
Hmm.
ever, really. Like there's always
Yeah.
an idea or something that needs to be written down somewhere of
Yeah.
something. Um so that's good. Like those are good ideas. It's good. Like I mean,
Yeah.
but I think it's good that you can't really switch that off. Like you don't want. it's that grass is greener thing, isn't it? It's like, you know, when you
Mhm.
can't think of ideas, you want them, and you want to like clear your head. It's like you've so
Yeah.
many ideas, you don't know where to start. And it's like I think I would rather just have too many ideas floating around, and you
True.
know,
Yeah.
just you know, find the ability to focus on one and take my time with it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And
Another idea I had, speaking of ideas, was I think I mentioned this on stream as well, was to do like one of these episodes live on stream.
yeah, I would love to do that. I think that
Basically
would be
have the
great.
whole community in, and we could take advantage of basically having. I was thinking we could do. I'm not sure how we can set it up, but have this call in, and we can drag people into the call every now and then,
That would be
kind
cool.
of thing. You know, or
I would.
we could just include the people in it, all you guys,
I think that
maybe
would be
once
class.
every so often. Yeah.
Um, yeah, we should talk about that more actually next week and maybe figure something out.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be difficult to do.
Yeah. We're
Um,
all home anyway. Like, what's the point? Just
yeah,
whatever.
may as well, like you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's figure that out. I think we
We could
should
even
do
think
it.
of games to do with the boys
Yeah,
and girls. You know? Some
yeah,
like
yeah.
whatever. We'll think of something.
We'll think of something.
We could be the whole. We could do a game show, a straight
Yeah,
up game show.
I love it.
You know what
I'd
I
be
mean?
so down
Yeah.
for that. Like, oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
And like, just do it warts and all. Like, you know, it
Yeah.
doesn't need to be good. So just try
Yeah.
it out. Like,
The reason why I thought of this was because of I've been doing marbles on stream lately,
yeah,
and dude, like I have the only reward I have for people on stream. If you win first place, you get to choose the song for the next race, and people are so competitive to
yeah. I
get that.
like that though. It's cool.
Like super simple. So like that's why I started thinking of this. It was like people don't even need anything monetary or some sort of like concrete reward to like be a part of like some sort of entertaining game show, as
Yeah,
long as like there's just a little nudge, like you get to do this for the
yeah.
next round. Yeah, people enjoy it. That's what I've been thinking of. You
I
can
think
always do
that's
that,
great.
guys. Some
Um,
sort of
and then is it? I've heard you like because you were doing marbles and I was kind of like working, so I wasn't really fully watching it, but I was listening, and you were like, I think I heard you shout, you're banned," like so many times. I was like, "What the fuck is Ramen doing?"
so basically, we had a rule where
"Bans?"
when you play marbles on stream, you can get shot out of the map. And when you fall out, your marble basically dies. You get a did not finish. You get a DNF, did not finish. So our rule was the first one who gets a DNF, the first one who gets shot out of the map, gets banned for 5 minutes. And there's times when, like there's two marbles that go out, and we're watching like two guys fall dies first with the 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
This is
Oh,
so
you know what
good.
you should
Yeah.
do? You should set up the replay buffer. Oh my god, how good would it be? Have a replay buffer. Right, I've seen this on Sacriel stream, but like that instant replay thing, I did it ages ago where you can make a freeze frame. Or no, do a replay. You could so
Yeah.
do that, and then you can have the replay play really slowly.
Yeah,
And then you can
yeah.
just like watch it and be like, watch frame by frame. Just be like, try to like figure it out. Oh my god, that'd be
I
so
should
good.
set up, yeah.
That'd be
Like
amazing.
marbles has ironically been such a huge thing. Like people are memeing, but also not at the same time not memeing that play marbles, dude. Like stop playing Tarkov. Just let's marbles now. So I've been thinking of doing marble days, like just this
Well, you
full like
should.
3-4 hours of marbles. Yeah,
I love marbles. Like
so much
it's
fun.
such a simple because it's a game, yeah, but like you don't like you can have people just sort of chilling and chat,
Yeah.
you know, like
Because everyone's
besides
involved. So.
and it doesn't spam chat that much. Like everyone
Mhm.
plays and then you just watch and you talk.
Yeah.
And it's a good setup. Like, you know, it lets you're playing a game, but you're kind of sitting back at that point. You're no longer really,
Yeah.
you don't have to concentrate. You're just like watching it, enjoying it with everybody else.
Let it
It's
happen.
brilliant. That's a good setup.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, do that. That's that thing recently that Twitch mentioned about the
All right. The
the
bans.
banning thing. Like
I've been-
if I haven't really read much of it, but I did say people who you ban, or is it people who you block from your channel, they get automatically unfollowed and they can't refollow or sub or gift a sub.
Mhm.
I don't know if maybe you
So-
have to toggle it on though.
I should have
I kinda
researched this
hope-
before the podcast, but what I saw on Twitter on like a short tweet was something about like if you're permabanned, you can't see chat, which is an amazing thing.
Yeah.
You can still see the stream, but you can't see chat anymore. It's gonna say like there's gonna be like a block of text like your band cannot
Yeah.
whatever, can't see chat.
Get out of here, shitter. Yeah.
I think that's a huge thing, man. Like it's nice because as a streamer, you're like Twitch has to protect the streamers in terms of like the whole mental
hmm
healthiness of people, mental health. It helps a lot.
I think that
when
they
you ban,
should also ban the feed, but I don't know how possible that is to do.
yeah,
Like, just even if it doesn't have to be bulletproof, just more difficult for somebody
yeah,
to harass a streamer, you know?
yep. Once you ban someone and they have no context of what's going on anymore,
Yeah.
that's the best. I think
Yeah.
that's the best thing to do.
Shut
If you
them
ban
out.
a
Like,
troll and they can still see chat, they're just like they
yeah.
can always make a new account and like roll off of what people are saying in chat, and they're still
hmm
involved.
Yeah.
And any way to like not get them involved into the whole conversation or community is the best thing. So I would be all in if they could somehow
Yeah.
black out the feed or something.
Customize that. Yeah. Like, let streamers decide, how it's used, I guess, like have a
Mhm.
settings for it. Maybe there is going to be
Yeah.
one. Maybe there is already. But I remember there was in another person's stream, it was a regular viewer and they weren't like being crude or, like there was no intent. It was just they were messing with the streamer. They were regular. They knew it was fine, and he was like coming in with like silly account names and saying things like just to like get a laugh, and it was fine. Like usually you think that's kind of a trolly thing, but like we knew who it was, and we were like, that's fine. But then he was like, right, and he banned those accounts, like laughing it off. And whenever he went back on his main account, he couldn't type in chat. He'd been shadow banned across. I guess maybe his IP had been shadow banned. So like Twitch does do like a shadow ban, I think, at a certain point. So then what had to happen was he had to unban, I think, those other accounts for his original main account to then have the ban lifted from it.
Yeah.
But like there was nothing obvious about it. It was just like, hold on, like I mean, I definitely didn't. He's like, I didn't ban your main account, so I don't know why that's happening. But I wonder
That's
if there
interesting.
is a way. That would be a great thing, actually, if you could set it up so that if you permaban somebody from the channel, you could instigate a shadow ban towards that person so that they just can't. Because that isn't that the go-to thing for trolls to do. Trolls to go and make another account and come back in, and they're still on the same PC. Like, so if you shadow ban somebody, it's game over. Like how quickly that would shut down trolling, like on a massive scale, because they have the energy to do it. Like, so you take that power out of their hands, they're done. Like they're not going to sit there trying to find a VPN to like try and work their way around it and stuff. And like, I'm back in. It's like they'll just I'm
back in like a freaking movie hacker.
Yeah.
We're back.
Just really loud, clacky keyboard.
Yeah, I'm super in for it, man. I'm really happy that Twitch is adding that because trolls.
Yeah.
They
I just hope it doesn't take away our fun with the claims and the ban channel point redeems. It's like you could end up in front page streamer news for all the wrong reasons. Streamer encourages banning.
There's not to use a sham style, by the way.
Yeah.
any moment to get some sellouts.
Gotta do it. You gotta do it. Right.
Well,
I think I'm gonna have to wrap it up there because I need to dig same. While the sun is still in the sky. Otherwise, it becomes a cold affair.
Yep. Time's for you right now. It's 3:30 for you, huh?
3:30. Yeah. So I mean, I guess we have more suns because we got up earlier now, so that's good. So, but yeah.
Yep.
And it's 10:30 for you.
Yes. Stay safe. Stay healthy.
Dude.
Word of the podcast. What is it? Alcohol.
Alcohol. And-
Or toilet paper, alcohol.
alcohol. All right, guys, remember that. If you skip to the end just to hear the word, you're a buzzword, you're a piece of shit. But if not, thanks for listening. And sorry I took so long. This was all on me. Well, actually, there was that. You had a crazy week, and then I guess you had a crazy week with Stone Mountain sharing your stuff, and then COVID-19, and So hopefully we'll get another one a lot sooner.
Soon, TM. Yeah, I was in the same place as Defrag. That was transitioning into this whole quarantine life, but I think I feel good. I think me and Doof both are slowly getting settled in, so hopefully we get more regular episodes soon, TM.
We'll have a look at this live idea. Maybe we'll do that next.
We could have that sometime,
Yeah. Cool.
Alright, nonetheless, stay safe, boys.
Yeah, stay safe. I'll speak to you in a bit.
And girls, take care. GG's.
Bye.